Okay, in this video we're going to be showing you how to find acceleration. So we're going to be using the exact same steps as last time, and I'm going to be using the same sort of colour coding system again. Okay, so if you're unsure where we are, hopefully you should be able to follow that down until we start simplifying. Right, so first step, again, highlighting the information. So a sprinter is able to accelerate to a top speed of 14 meters per second. So the top speed, they're accelerating from 14 meters per second. It's going to be your final velocity. From a standing start, now that isn't a number, but it is a number. Okay, from a standing start does tell us something, because a standing start tells us that there is 0 meters per second. Okay, they do this over a distance of 12 meters. So our distance is going to be 12 meters, and it's wanting us to know what is the rate of acceleration. So that's the thing we're wanting to find out at the end. Right, next step, we're going to check all the values again. Okay, so 0 meters per second, 40 meters per second, 12 meters, all in the right values, so we don't need to do anything there. And then start making our list at the side of the page of everything that we know. So starting with V, we do know that. We do know the final velocity equals 14 meters per second. We do know U, even though we didn't know it, we didn't give it, but we know that U is 0 meters per second. That does help us, actually makes it a little bit easier. We know that we don't know the acceleration. We know that we don't know that. So we're just going to put question mark, because we don't know that. And we know that the distance is 12 meters. Okay, so again, I'm going to write out our equation in symbol form to make it a little bit quicker. So it's going to be v squared minus u squared equals 2 times a times s. Okay, then again we put our numbers in. So we've written out a symbol equation. We're going to fill in the values underneath. Okay, so using what we've got listed down the side here. So v squared is 14 squared minus u squared, which is 0 squared, equals 2 times a, which we don't know yet, times s, which we know is 12 meters. Okay, so down to this point again, and now we can start to simplify everything that we can do. Okay, so we can do the 14 squared straight away. So 14 squared equals 196. Now, 0 squared, so we'll do that, okay, is 0. Because anything times 0 is 0, anything divided by 0 is 0. So, we can just ignore that completely. We can just go straight on to equals, and then we can do on this side. I know the a's in the middle, but it doesn't matter. Because, you know, think about like 3 times 2 is 6, 2 times 3 is 6. It doesn't matter which way around you do things. You can put things in any order and it will still work. So we can do 2 times 12 on this side to simplify that a little bit. So if we do 2 times 12, that gives us 24. So we 24 times our acceleration, that we still don't know. And now we can rearrange that quite easily. So we're just going to, because it's 24 a's is 196, so to work out what just one a is, we're going to do 196 divided by 24 equals our acceleration. So our acceleration equals 196 divided by 24 is 8.16 recurrence. So I'm going to round that to just 2 decimal places. So it'd be 8.17. And that's because it's the acceleration in meters per second squared. Okay. So again, I'm not going to write all these on this time, but I've got my formula, put my numbers in, simplify, rearrange, answer, units. Okay. Taking through those steps, do it the same every time. Remember, if it's a standing start, anything or if it's a start at, starting from stationary, anything that means it's starting as still, it's going to be that 0 meters per second. Okay, so that's one thing you need to remember.